Alright, so we are at the head of our trailhead. And before Neeson gets to go free, I take his harness off. And I will clip that to my backpack. I know you're hot. It's already humid. Sun's not out, but it's humid. He wears a bell. And you can see how immediately he perks up. And he starts to wag that pretty tail of his because he knows what's coming. So I bought him a new collar. Smelly Dog brand, because sometimes he's a smelly dog and I just found that funny. It's waterproof. So the collar, the bell has just a canvas loop. So I slide his collar, end of his collar through like so. Clip it. Go. Okay. And he is gone. So we're certainly going to miss this trail. We're going to be, yay. Good boy. We're going to be here for another, about 6 weeks or so. Heading back east to Ontario. Trees on my left, trees on my right. Neeson ahead. Morning. Hi. Thanks. So all Neeson needs is more compliments. His head's already huge. Anyway, yeah, so for those of you who are unfamiliar with our dog walks out here, Neeson is free to roam. He is free to roam because Neeson and I work a lot on his obedience. I use a long line to work on his at distance recall, and I'm happy to make a video on that if you guys are interested in that kind of thing. It's more of a reinforcement exercise now because he's so good. I hear a runner behind me. I'm just gonna let them go by. Neeson's going for a swim. No, a burn. What are you doing, dude? Neeson! You being silly? You are being silly. Come on. Oh. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah. I love watching my dog. I love it when my dog is obviously having fun. Just makes me happy. Takes away all my stress. So moving across the country in 6 weeks. I wanted to talk about moving as a blind person and what that's like, because there is the whole blind thing to consider when moving. One of the biggest issues that we have as blind people is learning our new environment. Like, I can't just wake up the day after I move in somewhere and be like, I'm gonna go grab a coffee. Or can I be like, I'm gonna go grab a coffee? Depends on who you are. Depends on your level of mobility. Depends on how comfortable you are using technology and being independent and exploring your new neighborhood. Now, luckily for me, just walking into a tree. Luckily for me, I'm moving to an area I'm very familiar with already, which is a big plus, but I have moved plenty of times over the last, not plenty of times, I've moved like, geez, 1, to 4 times in the past 6 years.
On your left turn.
Thank you.
Hey, John.
Hey.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
Are you not swimming anymore?
Nope.
You retired?
No, I am officially, I bike.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Did I hear you're moving back to Ontario?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is a,
Hey, Pep.
that's a thing.
When are you going?
Middle of September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll probably see you before that.
Yeah. Enjoy your run, Lori.
Okay,
See
see ya.
ya. Neeson, don't even think about it. Lost my train of thought. Ah, yes, so my new place, I am familiar with the area. But if I wasn't, and I wanted coffee the day after I moved in somewhere, I'd grab my phone and order it, or I would say something like, find the nearest coffee shop.
The nearest one I see is Plosha Cafe on West Saanich Road. Is that the one you want?
Yes.
Okay. I can call or get directions.
So I would say get directions, and then it would give me directions. Now I'm not going to do that here because I'm in the middle of nowhere on a trail, so the directions would not be accurate. But that's what I would do, and I would go exploring. Great way to get out and check out your neighborhood is to just get out there and check out your neighborhood. I totally trust Neeson's ability to guide in any environment. And another option that some blind people would have, if they have a guide dog and they're not super comfortable, is either have a friend go with them to explore their surroundings, or maybe they're married and their spouse can help, or they live with their family. I'm not married, I don't have a spouse, and I'm very independent. I like to figure out shit on my own. What I might do is bring Neeson in heel position and my cane, so he could just have a look around without having the responsibility of guiding. I've done that before when learning new routes with people. For example, when I had to learn how to go to a pool, when I took up triathlon a couple years ago, I had never previously gone to this pool. I had no reason to. I didn't swim. So I basically took the bus with my father-in-law to the closest bus stop at the pool, walked with him inside a guide. I had my dog Lars with me at the time. Walked to the door of the pool and then back to the bus stop, and then Lars and I followed him to the pool, back to the bus stop, and then he followed Lars and I, and we tried it and we nailed it. So it just takes repetition, and we need to just be cognizant of our environment and where we are in that environment. So like figuring out where to turn and where to cross and where the door is of the building. Just these are all things that sighted folk don't think about because you don't have to, but we do. And it's always fun just learning a new place, right? Just it's different. It'll be a change for Neeson too, because he's obviously coming with me. Moving across the country for him. We're flying. But his routine will change too, because we work East Coast hours even though we live on the West Coast. So we get up really early. And I'm not gonna enjoy working from 9 to 4:30. I much prefer working from 6 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. because I have the rest of the day to play with. And yeah, it's going to be weird to adjust to the new, the significant time change, but that is a necessary evil. So Neeson, for those of you who are new, again, I will just repeat myself. He wears a bell so he can go free, and I know where he is. Right now he's on my left-hand side off in the trees doing confidential doggy stuff. We're here early this morning because it's going to be really, really hot later today. We have a heat advisory. There he is, my beautiful boy. This is a popular running trail. Lots of runners out this morning. I don't like looking at people when I have my camera on when they're coming towards me, because I think it's just an invasion of their privacy. I've got my camera on my forehead. So. So that lady back there that we were talking to, her name is Lori. She works at Commonwealth Pool. She also swims there. So I guess word has made it to her that I'm leaving. I'll pop in and see her before I go. She's really cool. So this is a 10K loop. I'm not sure if we're going to walk the whole thing. I'm definitely not going to film the whole thing if we do, because I don't want to bore you guys. Oh, but I didn't get Neeson out yesterday or the day before because of the heat. Hello, sunshine. He's just cruising around, doing doggy stuff. Come on, dude. So I don't give Neeson formal commands out here because I want him to just be a dog. I don't care if he lags behind, as long as he listens to me when I give him direction. And so like right now he's catching up to me. And there he goes on my right. But I certainly would not let him have the freedom I do let him have if I didn't trust him. And I've put a lot of work in with him to gain that trust in him. Because nobody wants a dog running around towards them that's uncontrollable. You know, if I've been in that situation before, not on this trail actually. And luckily for me, not when I've had one of my dogs off leash, but there's nothing more annoying than a dog that hounds you and their owner has no control over them. And yet it's somehow your fault. So I smell horse shit, so I assume there's been horses on this trail. Neeson, hop up. Good lad. There he goes. Yep, definitely horse shit. Maybe we'll see a horsey today. I don't know. So when I get back, I'll have to buy the essential things that people buy when they live in a place, like a bed. I'm actually looking at beanbag chairs. I love them. They are super light, durable, and they don't take up a lot of space, and they're so comfortable. They mold to your body. My place is a studio. It's about 650 square feet, so not a lot of room, but I'm a minimalist, so I'm okay with not having a lot of space. I prefer it. It's less area for me to lose shit, and it's less area to try to keep clean too, so. And you're so happy, Neeson. So I'm gonna end the video here because we're just cruising around. I think we're like 2K in. There comes another runner. Runners. So hope you guys have a pleasant day. Get your dogs out. If you don't have a dog, borrow one. We'll say hi to these gentlemen before we go. Morning, guys.
Good morning.
I hope you guys all have a great rest of the weekend, and if you're in Canada, enjoy the holiday on Monday. Cheers.